John, you took who is probably the best team in the conference down to a possession or so. Is there anything to take away from that?
I think we can certainly take that away. I know, from our standpoint, I know we can play better, than we did tonight. They're obviously, like you said, they're the top team in the league for a reason. I mean, they're good. Cammie does such a great job with that team. They play well together. They're inside out, very hard to guard, and they just play hard, man. They play hard, and they're extremely well coached. So it was a battle, without a doubt, But hopefully, if we see him again in Reno, we'll have a different result.
Why was Courtney Smith so tough to stop inside?
That is $1 million question right there, I would say. Very poor post defense is what I would say is what happened tonight. I think she made a couple of pretty good shots when she was contested, but I also think that we let her get to where she wanted to be and getting kind of a little rhythm for a post player, and she's having a great year. We knew that coming in, and we just didn't step up to the challenge of limiting her looks and or guarding her very well.
When you put Bridget on her in the second half, it seemed like she was slowed down a little bit. Courtney, I mean, what was Bridget able to do differently that Jerry or Brooke wasn't able to do?
She was able to keep her feet. She wasn't trying to block her shots. She did a better job of just using her body and keeping her up, going straight up. And really worked out pretty well because then they took her out, and then we had a bad mismatch, obviously, with Bridget trying to guard number 5. So, unfortunately, we had to take her back out. But, yeah, I thought Bridget did a pretty good job. I thought Sue Winger actually did a pretty good job. Certainly better than the start of the game.
Was that stretch when you did have Bridget on Courtney and then eventually took Courtney out, and the reason you guys had that run in the third quarter there?
Yeah, I think defensively we all stepped up. I thought we did a great job of getting out to their shooters, of ratcheting up our defense intensity-wise, sticking with the game plan throughout that whole quarter. Yeah, it was nice to see us actually executing the defensive game plan in that quarter.
When you guys got that steal there, I think Taylor ends up shooting like a fall away. Did you have something that you wanted them to run there, something designed, or?
Yeah, at the end.
When you were asking for the timeout.
Yeah, I'm asking for the timeout. I'm telling her to come over. I'm yelling timeout. She kind of had her head down and is going, and I didn't get the timeout. So that's a tough call, I guess is what I'm supposed to say, right? Here we go. It's a tough call.
There are other Smith, Savannah, their defense on her. Did you think you would be able to just man her up kind of one-on-one?
Yeah, I thought we would. I really thought, we could do that. Carly I think is a great defender, in this league, and I thought she would be able to really. I mean, you can't shut a kid like that out, but I thought she would be able to do it. But I think that kid made some great shots tonight and made some really good moves. I'm going to leave it at that.
Coach, you guys were 6 for 26 from beyond the arc tonight. What was kind of giving you guys trouble out there?
We were rushing our shots, to start the game. They were letting people out wide open, and we just weren't knocking them down. I mean, they were great looks, honestly. I'll look back at some of the threes I think that we took, and I think the ones we missed, we were rushing, a little bit over anxious probably to get the 3 off. They're certainly always going to be all over, Mikayla. But I think some of the other guys, were wide open and needed to just take another second and, relax a little bit and get those looks because, in practice they knock those down all the time.
And then when you guys battled back there at the end of the third quarter, made it a 1-point game, they opened up the fourth with a 7-0 kind of a scoring run. What was so effective for them there to open the fourth quarter after you guys had battled back into it?
They got a couple of good looks off of our breakdowns that we had been doing so well in the third quarter, and they came out and got a couple of pretty good looks, and then got to the rim, and finished there, and so that's why we had to take the time out and talk about it again, kind of reset, and I thought after that it was better, but that was a crucial run for them, to open up that gap going into the fourth because we had all the momentum going into that quarter.
And then you guys have another tough one on Saturday against North Dakota. What are you guys going to emphasize over the next day to get prepared for that?
Well, it's going to be a very physical basketball game, without a doubt. That's the way they play. They're one of a couple of teams in this league that do a lot of that. I think the word Northern Colorado coach used physicality in their game last Saturday. That was crazy. So we're going to have to get tougher, in 48 hours, and we're going to have to rebound the basketball, and we're going to have to stick to the game plan, I think, defensively, and come and play hard, because North Dakota is another team that's extremely well coached. They're huge inside. They bring big off the bench. Their guards are big. It's definitely going to be a mismatch physically as far as strength, but luckily the game's not getting played in the weight room. So we'll see what happens on Saturday.
You tend to challenge your team a lot, maybe for individual games or after stretches. You lost the Thursday night of a home stretch. Another game where you probably challenge your teams, maybe certain individuals heading into Saturday?
Absolutely. They got to step up. I said, why are we playing with so much more energy on the road? I feel like at times for 40 minutes, the game against SAC was fantastic from a defensive standpoint and an intensity level of what we wanted to do. And so, I don't know. I don't know why some of our players tighten up at home, and I'm not sure why that is. We will talk about it certainly tomorrow, and try to get that fixed up and let them relax and just play basketball on Saturday.
You're down 1 late. 10 gets a pretty good look at a 3 off a screen. Was just a miscommunication there.
That,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know what play you're talking about. Yeah. Yes, both players didn't execute what we wanted them to do on that. Yeah, she get behind the screen and shot it, and that was one of the breakdowns I'm talking about. It was a huge breakdown at that point, specifically in the game. Absolutely, without a doubt, that was a killer.
Thanks, John.
Thank you,
All right,
Coach.
thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right.
You guys get the steal. Looks like, did you know John was motioning to you to ask for a timeout there?
To be honest, no, I didn't see him, but it's on me to know that coach saves that timeout at the end for situations like those. So I should have known, but can't go back now.
For either of you, both you guys were pretty important in that third quarter run where you guys cut it to 1. What was different maybe about that final 6 minutes of the third quarter there?
I think we were getting stops so we could get rebounds and get out and run, which is more of our game. So, yeah, it started on the defensive end for us.
Defensively, when we start getting stops and we start playing better, it fuels our offense. We just get really pumped up, and defense leads to offense.
Kind of a tough shooting night for you guys on the perimeter, 6 for 26 from 3-point range. Did something just feel a little off during warm-ups today, or what?
No, felt great in shoot around.
I know, we had such a good shoot around too.
We were blowing through drills,
yeah.
Everybody was making everything.
That was probably the problem.
That's probably wasted it all. But it happens sometimes. You just got to keep shooting. You can't stop shooting, or you're never going to improve.
And then they opened the fourth quarter with a 7-0 run. Can you talk about what kind of made that successful for them, being able to kind of re-grab the momentum after you guys battled back into it?
Well,
I think we just came out a little flat, like we did in the first half, and we just weren't getting stops and executing our game plan.
Yeah, same. That was pretty good.
You had mentioned the defense earlier in terms of their 2 players, both their Smiths, going for 20 plus. Was it a case of just them being maybe as good as advertised as they were into this game?
They're really good players, and they took great shots, and they were making all of them, and there's nothing you can really do about that except keep doing the game plan like the coaches tell you to, and just hope that they go cold. But obviously that didn't happen today.
Yeah, they played really well.
Do you think that being able to battle back from that halftime deficit kind of says something about the mentality of this team?
Yeah, I mean we've done it so many times this year. We don't enjoy having to come back from deficits, but I think we have a lot of heart and we have a lot of fight in us, and we know that games aren't over after the first half. So we just keep fighting, and it shows every game.
Yeah, we've definitely made a habit of getting down in the first half. So yeah, we're definitely a second half team, but if we want to win games, we have to come out from the start.
Obviously, it wasn't the outcome you were hoping for, but do you feel like close games, competitive games against these top teams in the Big Sky are really going to help when it comes to the tournament?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it shows we can compete with anyone in the league, and
same.
Yeah, we have a great opportunity to play another #1 team Saturday, so we just have to capitalize on it.
Mm-hmm.
Was the pressure on a little bit for Saturday after you dropped the Thursday game?
I think we play. Pressure to make the top 4, but I don't think any of us really feel it in the game. We play free and easy, and a show's out there, but it's a big game and we're more excited than feeling the pressure to take on a really good team like North Dakota.
Good. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.